Hi everyone, and welcome to my video. I'm in a country where if you're a mum, you can't be a miss. Ukraine.
My journey starts in Kiev before a trip to Vinnytsia and then a return to Kiev. With an early morning train to catch, there was enough of a chance to eat. If there is one thing not to give a miss, it is eating out. No cheeky Nando's, but in this chain of Ukrainian restaurants, a slap-up meal comes at a very decent price. Close by is a Russian confectionery shop where you can see these displays and listen to twee music. Nearby too are supermarkets to buy alcohol, and here it is almost as cheap and readily available as Scotland. If cheap booze cruises to Calais are to be a thing of the past, it looks like Kiev is the place to go to. These lay in the shadow of the Kiev Passagiersky Central Railway Station. The station has 14 platforms and a hidden railway museum. Once the main entrance to the museum lobby is shut, however, you have to go through the underground tunnels. With these notice boards, good luck trying to find your destination. Trains can be regional, like the blue ones or the faster intercity ones in silver, and tickets for a 240-kilometre journey can be bought for around 12 quid. Imagine that in the UK! Onboard facilities can include a magazine, tedious television, and a coffee that would prompt you to text 61016. Offensive brands, see it, say it, sorted. Day 2. It is Hello Vinnytsia, a city where chocolate is in the air and which gave us fountain displays, a prominent surgeon, current president, and a hideout for Hitler. And this is what you get once you leave the station. Heading to the city, you pass tower blocks like this, where in the inside, it is full of closed boutiques. You also pass some renter bikes, a rocket, a monument to Mikhailo Kozyybinski, and a church. The city is split into two by the southern Bug, and sometimes there are ferries that give tours on the river. However, I need to find a way to work off last night's dinner.
So if you fancy a bit of leg exercise without wanting to go to the gym, there's some pedalos that you can use to pedal along the river.
For 40 hryvnia, you can pedal for 30 minutes, though you probably won't be allowed to stray far.
We have a habit of using means to look at nostalgia rather fondly. For example, Thursdays, Dave TV, and referendum results. Museums are no different. For example, in Vinnytsia, there's a museum that is dedicated to electronic goods and automobiles from back in the day.
The Soviet day, that is, as the museum shows. Manned by a lovely gentleman, this museum hosts an array of Soviet-era automobiles, such as military and aid vehicles, consumer goods, TVs, film projectors, and amplifiers. Vinyls from these well-known artists. And Dr. Phil as well. And wind-up gramophones. It's like classic FM. Up the road and behind this statue of Taras Shevchenko is a regional museum which displays an array of cultural tapestries and paintings, historical figures, achievements, artifacts and movements, Soviet-era posters and propaganda. Further up the street is a statue of an owl, some I love insert your place topiary, and another I love insert your place monument in Gagarina Square where kids hang out. In Vinnytsia, there are a number of places to eat with some friends, like here in this Georgian restaurant. Outside, as it is presidential campaign season, you're never far from slogans like this. Around town are these memorials. An eternal flame. A water tower, which also serves as a World War II museum, and a Liverpool Square unveiled in 2017. And during the summer months in front of the Russian factory, a light display happens every night which charms locals and visitors alike. Just not for the next few months. And I guess no fountains are turned on at 6 AM in the morning either. Day 3. The 2.5-hour train journey back to Kiev provided us an opportunity to see the sunrise through the Ukrainian countryside. Next to the Pasashiersky is the Vokzalna metro station. And it is through this metro that I catch a bus that goes to here, the Mezhia residence. It is located north of Kiev near a village called Novi Petrivtsi. At over 140 acres, the park is pretty expansive, and ways of getting around include bike, Segway, or buggy. All around are beautifully sculpted gardens, statues, and furniture from a gigantic DFS sale. The park is also steep, and further afield are features including golf course, huts, lakes, helipad, this statue, a garage fit for a fast and furious getaway, presidential style. And of course some animals. But the most noticeable feature of this park is the Honker, a clubhouse named after the Finnish company. Lots of goodies are stashed away inside, and clearly no one is getting in. In fact, the only way to get in at all is to call a number on the poster that is written in Ukrainian only. So who would live in a place like this? Not just any crazy rich Ukrainian, but former President Viktor Yanukovych. Why spend $75 to $100 million on public services when you can build a flash crib? Getting there was easy. Returning back was the difficult part, meaning a walk all the way to this bus stop to hop on a marshrutka back to Kiev. In the evening, it was nice to have a nice stroll at night around the Hydropat Island, where music bound us and some nice night views were around us before going back to the metro. The next stop was the Arsenaula tube station, billed as the deepest in the world, with 2 escalators to go up and down on. People with escalophobia might get a little sweaty. It is from here where I catch the next bus to go. Behind this museum is a path with some cannons, a view of town, and at 62 meters high, overlooking the nighttime landscape, it is the Motherland Monument. This is still up, despite a ban on Soviet symbols in 2015, and a flame that comes out of it is only lit during certain times. Day 4, and an opportunity to take snappy snaps of places of interest at daybreak in downtown Kiev, like a reconstructed gate. Lovely architecture. Monuments, like one for a figure who led an uprising against the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth in 1648. Another for the patron saint of widows and converts whose thirst for revenge makes Kill Bill look tame. And places of worship like this, a UNESCO-listed cathedral built in the 11th century. And a stone's throw away, a golden domed monastery demolished in the 1930s and rebuilt in the 1990s. In 2014, it played shelter to protesters who demonstrated against the then Yanukovych presidency during the Maidan Revolution. Outside the monastery is a war memorial dedicated to those who died in the Ukrainian-Russian conflict, as well as billboards detailing the demonstrations that overthrew the presidency in 2014. Which leads me here, the Maidan Square, and further reminders of how it all kicked off. The revolution was not just televised, it was Facebooked too. Nowadays, it looks more like a shopping centre than a place of revolution, and if you hang around long enough, some people in costumes will pose for group selfies at a little price. And another I love insert your place name here. Up the road, and behind the National Philharmonic Society of Ukraine in Krещатый Park, is the People's Friendship Arch. Whilst it looks like a concrete churro, it was built to commemorate the 1500th anniversary of Kiev and recognise 60 years of the Soviet Union. Here's to another 60 years. There is also a viewing deck too for more selfies. And as time ran out, it meant getting the metro to Vokzalna station to catch a taxi to the airport. At least while waiting for the plane, you can admire how light and glassy the airport is. Well, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed.